Hello friends, and welcome to the pollinating seasons in beautiful North Carolina. If this is the first time you're visiting with us, we want to extend to you a very warm welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. We appreciate you visiting again. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. So behind me is a BMW i3, and this is the new addition to our vehicle stable, right? To our fleet. We've wanted to buy a BMW, not a BMW, we wanted to buy an electric car for some time now, and we've been researching the different options we had, and we decided on the BMW i3 for several reasons. Not seven, several. So today we're going to talk about why we decided on this vehicle versus other options like the Tesla or the Nissan Leaf, or I don't remember all of them, but we looked
Chevy
at all
Volt,
of them. The Chevy Volt, I mean, we looked at all of them. And we decided that for our needs, this was the best. So here we are inside the BMW. And I know some people do not like BMWs, but we had BMWs before. And I have always been a fan of BMWs. In fact, one of my first cars was a BMW. Wonderful car until my father got T-boned in it and was destroyed. I had a 550 for a long time that I really loved. And we also had a 525 that my son primarily drove. That was really a very good car, right?
Yep.
Now, is this car worth it? As a new car, this was almost $60,000 for the package that we bought it used. It's a couple of years old. But one of the good things on the second-hand market for cars, for BMWs, is that you can get them for much cheaper, even though they're in the same car, right? So we got that for less than half the cost of what it was new with the technology package. And what made us want to buy this specific, I mean, look a little bit around, look at the visibility that it has. This is unlike any car we've ever seen. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
It is designed ground up to be an electric car. So the chassis, everything is designed to be electric, right? It is not someone putting an electric motor in an old chassis and calling it electric, right? So this was designed to be a futuristic car, and everything about it is futuristic. Would you agree?
Yeah.
In fact, all the material that you see here are eco solutions. This car is built with an aluminum frame. It actually has a frame. It's not what we call the new cars.
Unibody.
A unibody. And most of the car is actually a carbon fiber, which is very, very strong and very light. And you want a light car. This is only around 3,000 pounds, which for a car is very light, right?
Yeah.
And that allows the car to utilize much less energy to achieve the same speed, still have all the advantages. And some people don't like the iDrive of BMW. My old BMW had it, and I love it actually. I find it intuitive. I find it very good. This specific car has a technology package, which means it has all kinds of neat things. It will stop for pedestrians if you don't see them. It will stop if someone gets too close to you and test their brakes. And we have only had one chance to test that, and it is really useful because the car reacts before you do. So we liked it. So the cost is there. It is a cost-efficient car as a used car. As a new car, it's a whole different debate. Does this car worth $60,000? To me, it does. To some people, they say it doesn't, right? I also like unique looking cars, and let's face it, there is nothing else that looks like this car out there.
That's true.
So price was good. This one also has the dual sunroofs or moonroofs. I never know what's the difference. Apparently there is a distinct difference.
Apparently there is. I don't know what it is either.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called. The difference is that the one that opens is one and the other that doesn't is the other. So I think it's a sunroof when it doesn't open and moonroof when it opens. Or it may be the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And I like that it has the
shades.
The sage, so you still have much more
Light.
open and light feel in the car without really having to sacrifice not having the sunroof, right? So I really like it. I like the steering wheel. I think it looks great. It has no gears, as you can imagine. This is empty here, which makes the car looks huge, actually, right?
Yeah, pretty roomy.
It is an extremely roomy car. There is no question about that. And we have had it now for a little over a week. We drive it daily and we love it. So let's answer a couple of the questions. Charging. So far we only have a level 1 charger in the house. I am thinking of installing a level 2. Is it 100% necessary? Really not. Again, we drove that every day. We charge it every night. It takes all night to charge, but it takes us where we need to go, right? This is not the car to take for long travels, specifically with the infrastructure of the US. In Europe, yes. Here, we don't have enough charging stations, right? So for city travel, I don't even want to call it city travel because we don't really live in the city, but for short distance travel, this is a great car, right? It is nice to drive through the pumps and not worry what the price is when we drive our other cars. We always want to see which is the cheapest price. So the positives are great. Now, I know some people say, well, you think you're driving a zero emission car, but you don't because it takes coal to create power. This is a very simplistic argument, and it is actually not true, right? You can have power through solar panels. There are many things that you can do to have zero, right? And having said that, to add a little fuel to the fire, this car is the range extender version, right? And this is another unique attribute of this car. There is no other car that does that. It is not a hybrid model, even though some people want to call it a hybrid, right? And the reason that it's not hybrid is it only has the wheels be driven by the electric motor. There is no other propulsion method. So what the range extender is actually a BMW motorcycle engine that is used as a generator and makes power. It makes enough power that can take you another 40 or 50 miles farther than when you end, which increased the range of the car, of course, right? And we love that. This is a great option. The range of the car without the extender is about 120 miles. If you buy a standard car without extender at all, it has a little higher range. It's about 150. And the reason for the higher range is that the car weighs much less because you don't have the other engine to carry. But even 120 miles for daily traffic, I mean, you're not going to go more than 120 miles, right?
Most people, yeah.
Right. And keep in mind that this is miles driven, not waiting in traffic, because when you're in traffic, you really don't use any energy unless you have the air conditioning on or the heat on, which we have used, but definitely that reduces your range, right? In full honesty. We haven't had a problem. In other words, we use it and we reach our destination and we came back. In fact, the generator has not worked at all. It hasn't been turned on one time. And I would like to test it. So in the next couple of weeks, my intention I'll let it run low on charging power so I can use it and I can test it. There is nothing in the front. There is a little area that I think they call it the frunk now.
Yeah,
instead of the trunk.
Yeah.
And the back is actually quite spacious. This is designed to be a 4-people vehicle. The middle has a permanent cup holder. There is not a third seat there.
Well, let's take a look and do a little bit more of a tour. Yeah.
Okay. So this car has suicide doors. I don't know why they're called that, but
I don't either. But it opens out like that, and you have to have the front door open for this back door to open at all.
Which actually makes it great when you have kids, right?
Right. these windows do not go up or down, which is a little bit of a detractor for some people, I understand, but you know, as long as you're getting air, it's all good. This is a pretty nice, roomy a back seat. It looks like it's a little bit close here, and in some regards it is, but you take your hand and do that to release, and the seat will go forward. And once you're in there, you actually have plenty of room. It's a nice deep seat, comfortable.
And Lupita knows because he has traveled there
Yep.
several times.
And then these seats actually do fold down.
Right.
There's a little release over in here on either side. You pull on that. I can't do it one-handed, I don't think.
No, you can't.
But if you pull on that, it releases it, and the seats do fold down, which gives you a little bit more cargo area.
I think it has reasonable cargo.
Yeah, but a lot of people think, oh, this is a pretty short little car, and they're not gonna see. And so it's got this for cargo. It's decent for one or two people, like in terms of groceries. If you're buying a little bit more than that, you might have a little bit more difficulty. This hatch cover that obviously is removable if you need it. And again, the seats do fold down, so if you needed a little more cargo space, that would be okay. This is where the range extender engine is located, correct?
Yeah, underneath that.
Yep. And then it's got a little dipstick. You can see it's showing you the type of oil. So it just stays hidden there.
It is a very well designed car overall.
Yeah.
And again, this is all glass, which is a very futuristic part, right?
Of this whole back
Yeah.
part. Mm-hmm.
Again, the rest of the car, it is all carbon fiber, which means that even if someone opens the door in a parking lot and scratch your car, they will be in trouble because Mrs. Wizard will kill them, but, but the car will not rust.
And so this back port is for the charging
Correct.
cable. And then because this one has the range extender, we've also got this front port here, which is where you would put the regular fuel in.
Correct.
Okay, and then let's show them what is in the front.
There's nothing in the front.
Oh, the frunk.
There's nothing in
You
the
have
front.
to actually pop the frunk,
Yeah, you can pop the front.
the hood, to see the frunk. I don't know why it's called that.
There you go.
Yes, because I can't do it one-handed. Sorry. Plus, I don't really know what the latch release is on this one. There we go. Okay. So this holds the charger when you want it to, the cables, right?
Right, it can.
It can.
We have attached it to the house. So,
And this is a towing,
right, that's a
Thing.
towing hook
and then a pump to fill the air in your tires.
and a
if you
tire
need-
repair. That's the tire repair.
Okay.
we're doing. Because it doesn't have a spare.
Right.
So if you are stuck, I haven't looked into this. I don't know exactly what it is, but it is
Right. Okay.
not to be stranded.
But something.
That will be another video.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's got some nice features. It's got kind of a screen here that covers up some of the little bits and pieces.
And it is easy
But
to
it's
take on and off.
easy access, so these would be for the fluids.
Right. And you say fluids, even though this is an electric car, because it has an engine, plus it has brakes, so there is brake fluid,
And your windshield wiper
the
fluid.
windshield wiper, but also there is a coolant for
Yeah.
the engine in the back.
Okay.
But I like how easy this is to take on and
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Gives you easy access to it, but still covers and protects it. Okay.
And you can put a couple of things now. Some people that own i3s and they want to go further distances than they should, they put a gas can here.
Oh, okay.
And some people argue and say, well, if you're in an accident, that will explode. Not any more than any other car. I mean, this is more of a Hollywood myth.
Okay.
Gasoline does not ignite. Gasoline fume ignite. So if you have a full gas can here, it's really not that more dangerous. Now, if you have an almost empty gas can, that is dangerous, right? But it is not as absolute as people want to make it. And I like it. It's a
Okay.
small hood, but it has two attach points. You see that?
Okay.
So this doesn't come
And
off.
this is the latch that
Yeah.
I was struggling with. Okay, there we go.
This ain't coming
Yeah.
open by itself.
It's not coming open by itself. Okay.
No. Well, friends, this is our first look in our pollen-filled i3, and we plan to make a series that we'll call it Electrifying Wednesdays, that there will be all about owning, operating, and maintaining an electric car. So if that's something that you will be interesting. We won't be doing it every Wednesday, but on Wednesdays that we do this, we'll call them Electrifying Wednesdays.
Okay.
And we have that and Wednesday quickies, right? Which are generic things. Well, friends, we hope you enjoyed this introduction to our i3, and we're looking forward to make more content for you that might help you decide if you want an electric car, if you want this specific car. We have no connection to BMW, but hey, if BMW is listening and they want to sponsor the channel, I'm all for it. In any case, this was mostly a joke because BMW is not watching our channel, but I've always liked BMWs, and I know in the comments I say, well, BMWs are trash, but we never had problems with BMWs, didn't we? I mean, my BMW was fine, my son's BMW was fine.
The only issues we ever see is when things are getting older and they're wearing out, but that's typical of any vehicle. It's not unique to BMW.
Of course, the difference with us is we repair the cars ourselves.
Yeah.
Even
And
the
even
BMW.
the Mini Coopers we had, which are BMW made, it was really more about maintenance.
But we didn't find them any harder to maintain than any other car. And definitely not more expensive if you do it yourself.
Right.
The parts are the same price as other parts. Just the dealers like to inflate prices, right?
Yes.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, small kittens will die somewhere. No, give us Elpida is shaking her hands. Give
Twice.
us 2 thumbs down.
Yes, 2 thumbs down.
Share, like, subscribe, and let us know if you want to see more of our 3 tips
Ticks and trips, yeah.
tips and tricks on what we do with this vehicle. So far, we love it. We see no problems with charging it every night. It works very well. From Dr. Wiz and Elpida, stay safe, wash your hands, put your masks on, and we're going to see you again soon with another video. Stay safe, friends.
Stay friends safe.